Teaching mathematics to ELL students. Sometimes it just doesn't add up. Did you know that language is a critical issue in teaching mathematics because the content is taught mostly through oral language? To understand mathematics, students need to be able to do a number of things. They need to be able to read, solve problems, communicate using technical language in specialized context, and comprehend the technical language that teachers use to discuss and explain mathematical content. Some challenges here. There's multiple terms that are used to describe the same operation, such as plus, total, add, combine, sum, put together, all together, increase by, more than, and that's just for adding. Most math language cannot be picked up during a casual conversation. It needs to be taught directly. The language of mathematics involves not only the language of specific terms, but also the language of symbols. Now here are some tips for helping your ELL students learn math. Provide direct instructions. Use simple sentence structures to do that. Give your students lots of opportunities to practice their math vocabulary. Use a variety of ways such as think-alouds and grouping. Clearly model language and vocabulary that you expect the students to use. Provide a visual of key mathematical terms whenever you use them. Identify any confusing language because the words mean one thing in everyday conversation and another in math, such as go create a table. Use visual vocabulary such as charts and word walls. Have your ELL students keep a personal math journal that includes keywords. Drawings, symbols, words from their first language are great ways for them to learn. Clarify meaning by using word definitions and mathematical symbols. Use understandable language to explain your thought process as you go through the steps of problem solving. Help your students use manipulatives, interactive games, and technology as thinking tools. Provide graphic organizers, diagrams, and drawings to aid in their thinking. Now, since cognitive processing is closely tied to language processing, assessing a student's mastery of a concept can be very tricky. Some cognitive strategies to help ELL students deal with the language challenge are clarifying meaning of words and phrases, questioning to identify key elements of the problem, summarizing the purpose of the problem, and coming up with a plan to solve it. Did you know that studies show that a teacher's beliefs and attitudes toward ELL students has a significant impact on the success of those students in learning math? To ensure your students' success, be a careful observer. Don't rely on stereotypes to identify their needs and backgrounds. Value your students' first language and culture, and provide opportunities for them to explore ideas through discussion with peers. Allow them to work in cooperative learning groups on a regular basis. Students' reading skills in English are significantly related to their mathematical performance. So when teaching math, you can make a difference by believing that your students can achieve. Value the connections between your students' native cultures and the math curriculum. Make a connection with the math curriculum to their interests. Allow lots of opportunity for them to work together, and use manipulatives to help them with connecting the math concepts to their meaning in English. You can do it, and so can they.